afternoon. I want to share with you a way to make meal planning and meal prep really easy. So what I'm going to do today is create 4 meals in probably 30 minutes. That I've done some of the prep work just simply because I didn't want to make the video too long. But I'm down at the beach. I'm at my sister's beach house, and hopefully she's not watching this because I'm making all these meals for her. I love to create some a gift for her when she lets me use her house. She's not here. So what I've done is I've planned 4 meals that I'm going to put in my freezer bags here, and I'm going to freeze them for her. This is super great way to meal prep. So you can do all your meals this way or just a few of them and have some in reserve in the freezer. So these are some of the things that you'll get in my meal plan subscription service. So the first one I'm going to do is a chicken burrito bowl. So in my bowl here, I have got olive oil, salt, garlic powder, onion powder, cumin, chili powder, and then I've got 2 cups of rice. I've got some diced tomatoes in here already, and I'm going to add some frozen corn, a couple of cups of corn. That's all that all my ingredients mixed here. Let's see here. I need to get my olive oil, so just a small splitch of olive oil, a tablespoon. So basically you're just adding all the ingredients into the zipper bags in your freezer bags, and you're going to freeze them all the ingredients fresh, not cooked, so that when you're ready to cook them, you'll take it out, let it fall, and then this one cooks in 16 minutes in the skillet. So I'm going to go ahead and take my freezer bag. I've got it on a easy way to measure it into or drop it into my bag. So I've got all my wet ingredients. I'm going to add my rice, and then I got to get my corn. All right, got 2 cups of corn. I'm just going to guess what that is. I didn't measure it out. Making a mess. That's about 2 cups. All right, so then what I do is I just zip it up. So I take it off its little stand here. Oh, well, I didn't add my meat. So from here, I'm gonna be adding 2 pounds of boneless, skinless chicken breast. And I've cut them in, oops, that's my thighs. I'm making a mess here. So the thighs are for another recipe. I'm going too fast. So I cut my thighs in strips. I'll have to take that corn off of that. So over here is my boneless, skinless chicken breast. So I've got my bag. I'll cut these into 1/2-inch cubes, as you can see. I've got 1 chicken breast here that I left uncut because I wanted to show you. I always cut off the tender, which is right here where the membrane runs, and that's where chicken tender comes from. So I save those and actually make some chicken tenders. So the last one I'll chop up here and put in 1/2-inch dice, real quick and easy. So you see, in a matter of 5 minutes, I did measure out my spices and whatnot before. I've got 1 freezer meal done. So what you want to do is, you don't have to do this, but I kind of like to mix it all up a little bit. When you're ready to, I've got labels I put on these, and when you're ready to cook them, you take it out, and you can do this in an Instapot and just stick it in there, and I've got the directions for how to do that, or you can let it fall and then do it in a skillet. So you want to squeeze out all the air, zip it closed. So what I do is I go ahead and close it till there's just a small amount of space left, and kind of roll it down, getting all the air out. So it's almost like a vacuum seal. And then I can lay it flat and smush it even more and get it mixed up well. So that's 1 meal done right there, okay? So the next meal I have for her is a Korean beef stir fry. So I'm gonna take another bag. I'm gonna do the gray bag. So I'm gonna do the beef in the gray and the chicken in the blue, although they will be labeled. So what I've got here is sesame oil, and I've got my orange bell pepper, and I've got 1 onion. I'm gonna add some frozen peas. I've got minced ginger in here, soy sauce, just a teaspoon of brown sugar, and then a scallion. So everything goes in the bag. We'll do the onion. And I did 1 orange and 1 red bell pepper. I doubled this recipe because I want some of it too. And then I'm gonna add my wet ingredients and the spices, and then I'm gonna get my peas. It's a cup of frozen peas. I'm actually doing 2 cups because I doubled this recipe, so I'll do 2 cups. And then to this goes my ground beef. So because I'm doing a double recipe, I've got 2 pounds of ground beef. I did an 80-20 combination here. So meal number 2, done. Zipping it up, and then I smush it up around. I'm not gonna spend all the time to do all that, but you just can kind of squish it all together. And then this one gets cooked on the stove top. You can do it in an instapot. So I give directions for both of those. You can cook it now or you can freeze it. So she's gotten 2 meals done here. So I'm gonna squeeze out air. So I'm gonna pause for a minute. I've got a client Zoom call here in a second, and I'll do the last 2 meals after I'm back from that. And then I'll show you what I do when I'm freezing them all. So I squish out the air, fold it down. This one's gonna serve 8 people. So this is a meal right here for 8. And it's just so awesome. You just put the freezer label on it. And when you're ready, these are reusable gallon size zips that hold a meal for 8 people easily. All right, so I'll do the last 2 meals of doing Mediterranean meatballs and another chicken dish. I'll do those after my client.